pass ahead to Stamkos. Steaming in on Viron. Backhands and scores! Sends it across to Brewer with the wrist shot. Saved by Lundqvist. Teddy Purcell in front. There's a shot. They score! The speedy Connor Johnson wants it alone. He scores! With speed into the zone, Stamkos shooting,
What's going on there, Bolts fans? I'm Pappy, and this is Big C, and you're watching the fourth period with Bolts with the Boys. Before we get started here, I just want to remind you guys to make sure to like and subscribe us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube as well. So can we have some defense, please?
No.
Please?
No.
Oh my God, like it seems like they're non-existent. I mean, 11 of our, well, I wouldn't even say really, maybe 11 of our players showed up.
If even that.
Yeah.
I mean, only about 2 of the forwards actually did anything. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. For those of you first-time watchers tuning in, this is a call-in show. So make sure to give us a call, 727-755-3083, and keep the conversation going. We also got a chat right on the YouTube, watch page. So definitely post your comments there as well. Tweet us. But yeah, no. These past couple nights they've been looking really sloppy to me, and it's been kind of annoying.
Yeah, they all look lost. Like all the players look lost, not just the defense.
Yeah. I mean, last night you had Schuster and Coburn on the first line and
gave up 3 of the 4 goals.
Yep. So, but yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on.
No, and now we're only ahead of Boston by a point and ahead of Toronto by 4 points.
See, now the thing is like I understand that it's the dog days of the season, So like, what am I trying to say here? I mean, I get we're gonna lose, but I feel like we should go down fighting at least.
Yeah, they just look like they don't care.
Yeah.
Like they're just not interested.
I mean, it seems like Yanni Gord's like rounding up the team and going,
And it's funny because like the playoffs aren't even guaranteed yet.
Yeah. No, they're not.
They're playing like it is. Like
Right.
they're already gonna be in.
Right. I mean, you got Boston and Toronto on your tail,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they can go from first to third in a matter of a week.
And Boston, how many games? Boston's got a couple games at hand, don't they? Isn't it like 1 now, or might even still be 2? Because we played tonight.
52 games, I think, in hand. I think we've played 58 and they played 56.
Yeah, so they still got 2 games at hand.
Yep.
And they won tonight.
Mm-hmm. So they're behind by a point now.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely looking out for that. Boston's creeping up, and I think they're gonna make some moves at the deadline to boost their team.
Like they should.
Yeah.
Like we should too. But
yeah, no, for sure. So hopefully we see some new names in the defensive department because it's not looking good right now.
Nope.
You don't win Stanley Cups without playing defense.
Nope.
Okay. Even when I'll bring up the Red Wings for an example. Even when they went to the Cup, after they lost to New Jersey, the year prior, okay. The second year, even Scotty Bowman was telling his forwards, including Steve Yzerman, you need to play more defense. Yeah, you're not gonna score 102 goals in a season, but you need to play more defense if you want to stay in the Cup.
Yeah, you'd think Cooper would be telling his players that.
Yeah.
And Yzerman would be telling the players the same thing. Like, we're not going to win a cup if you don't play defense.
Right. And actually, someone that I think has been doing really well that we've been talking about is Steven Stamkos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that he has been playing defensively, and he's
I think
also
it's
been making plays
because
too.
he's been playing with Gord.
Yeah, him and Gord play well together.
Because Gord goes after the puck the most of anyone on the team, and I think Stamkos, since he's on the same line, kind of does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they kind of feed off of each other a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what Gord's really thriving being on Stamkos' line.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about, okay, so I know the Schuster Coburn thing just drives everybody up the wall. I saw on all the fan pages that there's a common consensus about Andre Schuster. What do you think his future is?
Schuster?
Yeah, do you think we could trade him anywhere, or do you think anybody's gonna want him?
I don't know if he even has a future in the NHL anymore.
No.
I don't know, and it sucks because we might just be stuck with him. And he only has a one-way contract, so we can't send him down to Syracuse either now. So.
Right. So is it like one of those things? Maybe we go, hey, Euro leagues, do you want to borrow him?
Something.
Kind of like what they did with Yager or Datsuk.
Or just bench him every game.
Yeah. It's a bummer. But man, Andre, if you want to play, man, you gotta step up.
It's ridiculous.
And that's another thing that drives me nuts too. Is that like, I mean, I don't want to be a dick here, but Swedish style hockey just drives me nuts. Like Euro style hockey in general. Okay, no hits, fancy skating, board play. I can't stand it, man. I like the rough grind of the Canadian teams, and I like even I've ripped on Victor Hedman a few times. I think he's a great player, but I think he needs to hit more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Schuster, guy comes at him, and he's like, he gets out of the way for him. I mean, look at Nylander, comes down the ice, fires one. I think it was on the second goal too.
Probably.
But
yeah, like even Kucherov doesn't hit anybody either. Like nobody, even the Russian players aren't really hitting anybody.
yeah,
I think Ovechkin's the only like aggressive Russian player I've seen. Even Malkin's not that aggressive.
yeah.
He's big. He should be, but
The game's changing, man. It's changing a lot. So.
Well, the teams we struggle with are the physical teams. So
yeah.
We probably need to pay attention to that.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to watch it when they play Detroit this week too. So I mean, if they're gonna play like this, Detroit, as much as I'd hate to say it, actually has a shot.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, what do you guys think? 727-755-3083. What's going on with the Lightning? We can talk about anything. So, but yeah, tough loss to the Leafs last night. Lost 4-3 tonight. Lost to Buffalo 5-3.
Yeah, this one's way worse than that one.
Yeah,
I think. Anyways, like it's pretty embarrassing.
I thought they looked better in the third period last night, but it was like too little, too late.
Like they had kind of the same. Like they played. The Lightning really didn't play that bad against Toronto. Like they had their defensive lapses, but it was all one.
Yeah,
it was the same pair that had all the lapses.
You make a good point too, and like shout out to the Toronto Maple Leafs for playing like that too. I mean, they were swarming. They were swarming our offense, and their forecheck was nasty. We couldn't get the puck out of our own zone, let alone across center ice.
That kept happening tonight too.
Yeah.
And Buffalo's not good defensively.
Right.
So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They're just getting pretty again with the puck. Like they're not taking the shots when they need to.
Yeah. You got a bunch of Valtteri Fibulas out there.
Pretty much. I don't know what in your head changes in the middle of a season from shooting to passing.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make any sense.
Especially when Cooper's running all those drills too.
Especially when you've been shooting all year and it was working, and now you're not shooting and it's not working. Why would you keep doing it?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
So, yeah, I don't know. Hey, just real quick, I want to give a shout out to the boys in NOMVDIC. I know we shout them out every show, but they got a new single out called The Witch. They got a new single called Nexus as well. Check it out. Tampa metalcore, death.
We'll just call it death.
We're just gonna call it death, not the band Death, but the genre is death. So yeah, facebook.com/NOMVDIC. Yeah, these guys are sweet. They're awesome enough to let us use their song The Witch for our intro. If you guys like that, we have our playlist of everything that we play on the show. We like to play a lot of heavy music on this show. So if you guys like what you hear, we got a playlist on Apple Music. The link is in the description box below, so go ahead and check it out. So we're going to take a short little break here. We're going to bring out our first artist for the night. Probably a pretty familiar name. Leafs fans, actually, ironically enough. I think they got one guy that's a Habs fan, but we won't talk about him. But yeah, this is a shout out to Shane Told and the boys in Silverstein. They were just here the other night at the Beecham in Orlando. They're at Fort Lauderdale tonight. So, boys, I hope you guys are having a great tour. We're going to play something off their new record, Dead Reflections, and this song is called Retrograde. You're watching Bolts with the Boys, the fourth period. Welcome back, Bolts fans. You're watching the fourth period with Pappy and Big C. That was Silverstein with Retrograde off their new record, Dead Reflections. They were just here last night in Orlando at the Beecham. They're here tonight in Fort Lauderdale on their Get Free tour with Tonight Alive. Go check them out if you've never heard of them. Pick up their new record. They're a pretty sweet band. So, yeah, getting back in the swing of things here. We're just talking about how shitty our defense has been. It's been kind of ridiculous, and I mean, I'm kind of scared to go in the playoffs like this if we're gonna play defense like this.
Yeah, like I know they'll turn it up for the playoffs, but it's still like Schuster's not just gonna magically become a good defensive player overnight. So
Right. And we've said it before, and I mean we'll say it again too. Like Tampa's first place, you know. I mean we are the team to beat in the NHL. Like every team wants to beat us, even just for the bragging rights. You know, just to go, oh man, we beat the first place team in the NHL, the best team. You know, best regular season team, I should say. So everybody plays harder against us, but that means we got to play that much harder back. So, yeah, I want to see some changes at the deadline. I hope Stevie makes some big moves.
it sucks because he almost sounds like he's hesitant to do anything now. Like with the interviews they've been doing with him, he's like, well, if I make a move, it doesn't guarantee we're gonna win the Stanley Cup. I'm like, well, we're definitely not winning the Stanley Cup with our roster as it is now.
Right.
It's like, so you need to do something.
Right.
Like, I didn't like that answer from him at all. He's like, well, if I make a move, it's not gonna guarantee us the Stanley Cup. I'm like, we're not getting a Stanley Cup now either. So
Right.
you got to do something.
I mean, at least it increases your chances, depending on who you pick up. Okay.
yeah.
Like you don't want to pick up like a Jack Johnson or something, some halfway decent defenseman. I mean, yeah, he's probably better than Schuster.
Yeah,
but-
they're gonna have to get like a Mike Green or a
Yeah.
McDonough or Carlson.
Right. And it's gonna cost us, you know. It's gonna cost us, you know, probably a starting player, some type of, you know. So, yeah, it's a tough one. What do you guys think? 727-755-3083. What do you think? What do you think's been going on with the team the past couple games here? What needs to change? And is Yzerman right by sitting back instead of making a move at the deadline, like Big Z just said? I want to make a move so bad, you know. So.
Yeah, you can't. And you know Boston's they do something at every deadline. Like, you know Boston's probably just gonna make their team even better.
Yeah.
So we need to do the same thing.
So, but let's get to some positives real quick. You know, last night at the end of the night, we're all getting ready to go to bed, and you know we lost and everything. And then you look on your NHL app and you see that the Chicago Blackhawks are losing to the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah, they got like spanked. That was bad.
That makes me so happy because they're my most hated team.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So
Yeah, they're not having a good season at all. They're probably not gonna make the playoffs this year.
yeah,
They're pretty far out right now.
Yeah.
So
yep, them and my Dead Wings. But
they'll be sharing a couch together.
oh yeah, they'll be playing golf together. Maybe, probably not. Maybe, who knows? So, yeah. What was I gonna say? I keep losing my train of thought tonight. I don't know what's going on, man.
Losses really bum you out,
Yeah.
especially consecutive losses.
Well, because I mean, you can't really.
I
mean,
mean, lost to Buffalo.
There's less good to talk about, you know.
Yeah, when you lose back-to-back nights.
So yeah, you know what? Let's forget this negativity for a minute. What did the Lightning do right the past couple nights? I know there's not much, but
They scored a power play goal in consecutive games. That's about it.
okay.
And that's about as far as it goes.
The power play does need work though. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
But, and
It's
it
bad.
goes back to just what we were saying about the passing. You know, they're not putting shots on goal. So
Nope. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I don't know how your mindset just changes from one game to the
Yeah.
next. I don't understand that. It should always be shoot the puck.
yeah, oh for sure. So, yeah, I mean another thing, I think Yanni Gore's been playing fantastic despite the rest of the
I think
team.
he's been the best player on
Yeah,
the team.
he's really stepped up to try and be a leader at least, and he's been grinding all season.
Well, it's funny because he's still considered a rookie because he didn't play enough games last season.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in the top 3 right now for oh god, what is it? Is it the Calder? Is that the rookie
Yeah.
of the year?
Mm-hmm.
He's in 3rd place
And
right
it's
now.
funny because he barely made it, just because of how his birthday was. He
Yeah.
barely made it to be eligible for the Calder Trophy.
Yeah, he didn't play enough games last year or
Yeah.
something like that.
I
too.
still think Besser's gonna get it, but
Well, Barzal is number 1 right now in
Oh,
first
really?
place. Yeah, he has 12 more points than Besser does. So yeah, we'll see though.
interesting.
Besser's also hurt, so
Yeah. So for those of you that didn't get to see us, Sunday we were on with a Ghost Riot Radio, So I want to give them a shout out real quick. We'll pull up their little thing here and talk about them. And it was moist. It was extremely moist.
The moistening.
Yeah, so they do this thing called the moistening every year. And so they had Robert Boyland, right? Yeah, I know it's Robert.
Boyland, yeah.
So yeah, they had Robert Boyland from Boyland Sauce Company on the show. It's like his second time, and he makes hot sauces, and they're absolutely incredible. They're extremely hot.
They taste really good.
Yeah. Oh, they taste amazing. Robert, shout out, bud. Yeah, I'll put up their information here in a minute. But yeah, so we're testing out these hot sauces, and everybody's crying, right? And then at the end of the show, Robert pulls out some dried ghost peppers. Okay, so me and Big C wussed out. We took our shorts off because that was the rule. So we took our shorts off and we're standing there, and couple of the homies there tried some ghost peppers and it ended really badly. Do you want to take over?
I mean, yeah. I don't know if they want us saying how bad it was either, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not gonna
Right.
name drop anybody, but
Let's just say there's some.
there were people on the ground rolling around in pain.
Yeah. No, we will keep names. We'll keep names under full disclosure. But yeah, it was a crazy time. It was very moist, but it was a lot of fun too. So yeah, shout out to Robert for coming on the show, and we'd love to have you on our show too. So Robert, if you're watching this, man, come on the show.
And also, what was his name? Madison.
Yeah.
Maybe if he wants to talk music and stuff,
Yep. Yeah, shout out Madison. You're freaking awesome. You got great music taste. Shout out Nick Noble too. He's the host of Ghost Riot Radio. And yeah, make sure to go give him a follow. Check out his show. It's on every Sunday at 2:00. And also his friend Lauren, he does a show with his friend Lauren called Menage a Blah. Go check them out. They do it's like a sex and dating, like marriage type of podcast. They talk about all kinds of stuff under that umbrella. So yeah, make sure to go check them out. Yeah, so good. They all had a lot of flavor.
So it wasn't just hot.
I like the orange one. The one with like
The
fruit.
sweeter one?
Yeah, the sweeter
I
one.
like that one
Like it was
too.
hotter.
That
but it
was actually, I think that one was the hottest one.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was excellent. Yeah, Robert, you're killing it with that stuff. So, yeah, shout out Boyland Sauce Company. So, yeah, let's move on here. Let's do our around the league. Let's take a look around the league and see what we got going for scores. And while I'm pulling that up, Bolts fans, make sure to give us a like, subscribe, and give us a follow. I like to post memes on Instagram, so if you like memes, definitely go check us out. So tonight we got Minnesota's beating the Rangers 3-2 with 8:30 left in the third. St. Louis is taking out Nashville right now 3-1.
Rangers and Wild are beating the Rangers 3-2.
Yep.
What else? Oh, that game was 3-0 though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember, because I said they were about to pull Henrik but I guess everything worked out. So.
Oh, they're pulling the Red Wings. Nice.
Capitals are beating the Jets. They're hanging on to that one barely. Blackhawks and Golden Knights have already both scored 6 minutes into the game. So that's 1-1.
Blackhawks probably want to play tough tonight after they got blown out by Arizona.
Maybe that's how the Lightning will feel when they come home against Detroit. So, the Bruins won, so they're 1 point behind us. Blue Jackets put up 53 shots on goal. Hold on.
Dang.
I gotta make sure I read that right.
Yeah.
Oh, 51 shots on goal. Sorry.
Only.
Yeah.
What was that meme or that picture you sent me the other day? You were playing with Vegas on NHL 18.
Oh, I had 69 or no, 67 shots on goal in the
like,
after the second period.
And then I'm like, is that real?
You're like, wait, is that what really happened?
But it's believable though.
Yeah.
Though Vegas has been hitting a slump, they've had a home slump, So
Hey, we're all hitting slumps except for Boston, so
yeah,
kill me.
So yeah, we'll see with Vegas whether they're
Start
real
fizzling
deal or
out
not.
like everyone said they would. I don't know
If they
We'll
continue
see.
losing, or they're gonna get back into it.
Yeah, I think they're like 2-4 in their last 6 games or something like
Yep.
that. And that's like okay, so we lost these back-to-back games, and we've still won 7 of our last 11 games.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it sucks, like, because we're just not used to losing this year. Like, it feels weird losing.
Right.
Every time you lose, it feels like the end of the world almost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially when you got teams on your tail too. It's like we had a nice cushion
It's
for
a
a
bad
while.
time to be losing right
Yeah.
now. Yeah. That, and then on top of how they're losing, it's their defense giving up so many breakaways and stuff. Like, that's an alarming issue.
Right. But maybe it is a good thing in a sense because like
Maybe they'll wake up. I don't know. That someone's on their
well,
tail
there's
now.
that, but also like it's kind of highlighting certain players on the team.
It's highlighting how bad our defense is, too.
Right.
So.
But like Killorn, is
He's been
playing
really good,
decent
yeah.
lately, and so it's kind of like okay, we can maybe move you somewhere
For a decent price,
a defenseman, So, but yeah, Ottawa scouts were at the Toronto game last night.
They just made a move today, though. So I don't know if they're gonna do really anything else. Phaneuf went to the
That's right.
Kings.
Yep.
For I think Gabrick, or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird move, but
yeah.
that's the first move so far. So maybe we'll start seeing more. Usually the first one gets everything going, and it'll start like a snowball effect almost.
Well, yeah. There's only 13 days left, so
I might just start picking up now. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see, it's Dion Phaneuf and Nate Thompson to the Kings for Marion Gaborik and Nick Shore. But Phaneuf's had a really bad year, so like all the Ottawa fans are pretty happy about him moving.
Yeah.
So, but Nate Thompson was also involved in the trade. He went to the Kings as well. And the Sens only retained 25% of Phaneuf's salary, so they're gonna be saving a lot of money.
Yeah.
So maybe they will unload someone like Carlson just to save a whole bunch of money.
They could.
Maybe they're trying to stock up money and draft picks and all that.
Right. And just kind of like rebuild the team.
Problem is then Killorn's not going to fit in because he has a ridiculous contract and they're not going to be saving any money there.
Yeah, because I mean
his contract's almost as bad as Carlson. Like it's going to be almost as much as Carlson's contract. So.
Because what do you think, Carlson? He's what, worth 6.5 right now? I think 6.5.
I think he wants 6.5.
Okay.
I think he's worth, for how he's playing right now, like 5.2 maybe.
Okay.
He's not playing very well, so. But he's also not happy. Like, I'm sure that factors into it.
Right. God, I'd love to see him play with Hedman.
Yeah. And passing to Kucherov and Stamkos like he was in the.
And then put Sergachev with Strawman.
Yeah. That'd be your top. That could be your top 2 defensive pairings. Hedman.
Actually, Strawman's been playing decent. I mean, I know
Kinda.
we've been ripping on the defense, but I mean, he seems to be the most offensive minded right now. He's taking shots.
Yeah.
Whether they're accurate or not, but he's taking shots.
It's weird because like Girardi is such a weird player because like you can't really blame him for much because he's not really he's not blowing his defensive assignments, but he's also not doing anything.
Yeah.
So it's like he's just playing defense, I guess. Which is funny because that's what he got ripped for the most at the Rangers was how bad he was like their Schuster for a while.
Yeah.
So
yeah, what do you guys think? What type of moves are we going to see at the deadline? 727-755-3083. You can also join the conversation in the live feed right there, or tweet us at BWTB_fourth period. So, I haven't been on the hard times in a while.
there you go.
We haven't done that in a minute. So the Hard Times is a hardcore punk like news feed similar to the Onion, and they got some pretty freaking funny headlines here. So I'm gonna try to find something. K-pop star escapes to freedom in North Korea. Why? Top 10 bands of 2017 with several backups for when number 4 and number 7 get accused of sexual assault.
That's everyone's going down.
Yeah,
for
dude, it's
that
bad.
stuff right now.
It's bad. There's been quite a few bands that have tours have changed because of it. There's that whole issue on the Knock Loose tour, and so.
Well, wasn't there a problem with Pierce the Veil a while ago with Vic's brother that's in the band? Didn't he go down for something too? And they had to cancel a tour a couple years ago because of it.
How can you blame Pierce the Veil for anything? How can you do that?
It's no, you threw yourself out.
Yeah. They may not be my cup of tea, but they put on such a good show. That's a bummer. That's a bummer missing the tour from them.
Hey, we were jamming out the other day.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what's so good about picking up the pieces?
Sometimes I can't help it, man. They're not a guilty pleasure because I don't listen to them enough for that. But yeah, I enjoy some of their stuff.
They're enjoyable.
I think, God, I wonder. All right, let's do that. Who's your? Don't now. This is don't do a different genre. Keep it in the same genre.
Okay.
What's your guilty pleasure band that other people think is terrible, but is your guilty pleasure to listen to?
So are we keeping it strictly to?
It can be
metalcore, hardcore.
It can be metalcore, hardcore. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I gotta say Attila.
All right. I feel like we can't have them be a guilty pleasure though, because I listen to them too.
Yeah,
regularly.
and we back them up too. So, man. You go first, and they'll get my.
No,
Oh,
you
man.
go first.
Okay.
I have no idea. I gotta think about it.
It has to stay in the core genres.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like you already know what mine's gonna be, and you think they're trash. So
I'm gonna go Capture the Crown.
yeah, I'm gonna go Amir. That's my.
Amir is trash.
They're my guilty pleasure.
Oh, for those of you that don't know, I don't like Amir very much. I've seen them live. I tried to get into them. I just can't. I wish them the best of success. I mean, they're killing it playing shows and stuff, but they're not my cup of tea, man.
Capture the Crown does get a lot of hate, actually.
Yeah, they're
their older stuff.
whiny, sceney metalcore.
Well, because originally they said that they were an Ask Alexandria ripoff when they first started,
but way more obscene
and more aggressive, a lot heavier.
Way more edgy.
Yeah.
XXX_edgy XXX 426.9 blaze it.
Oh man. Yeah, I think Amir is definitely my guilty pleasure for any of the core bands, I guess. Who's your favorite band right now in the core genre?
Favorite band,
just right now, because mine changes from time to time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and especially with all the music we listen to too. Favorite core band right now.
Who are you listening to the most right now?
We Came as Romans.
We Came as Romans.
We Came as Romans. That new record is so good.
Oh, this is tough. I kind of want to say Fire from the Gods, actually. They've kind of been I've been listening to them a lot the last couple, probably the last couple weeks, actually.
Silverstein liked our tweet.
Uh-oh.
Silverstein, if you're watching, what's up? Come on the show.
Yeah, I'd say Fire from the Gods is mine right now, because Like I kind of like how they mix. They mix like a reggae tone kind of.
Yeah,
with-
you were showing me them on Sunday. They're pretty sick.
Yeah,
I mean, I know we
reggae.
saw them, but I didn't really know about them too much.
Like they're
so.
really heavy too,
Yeah.
but like mixed with reggae vocals and stuff. Like the guy has a crazy good voice too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's probably who I've been listening to the most. Them and Turnstile have been my most listened to the last couple months.
I like that new Turnstile too. That's good.
A lot of people don't, because they're not hip. They're not as heavy now. Like,
Yeah.
it's so stupid.
I don't know. When you're a musician,
They're
I
not
mean,
as heavy.
Yeah, when you're a musician, you change a little bit. I mean, Attila just put out a new, they had the new metal record, like Chaos.
I think
But-
people are well, and I guess they're not going back to that. Apparently,
Yeah.
that's what
But I mean, you
they
gotta
said. They were
try
just
it.
trying it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta try it. If you didn't like it,
like he said, it was the whole album was more about him getting to experiment with cleans and stuff, which
Yeah.
he's not very bad at.
No, he's not terrible at them, even live.
Even
you know?
live, yeah, he's not terrible at it.
So, yeah, shout out Franz
Please
and
watch
Chris
the show,
and
please.
Sean and
Please, Franz.
I don't know what their bass player's name, but
Franz.
bass player of Attila. What's up?
Franz, please fund our show. I saw you with a Maybach earlier. You have the money.
So we're gonna take our second break here. We're gonna play another. We're gonna play another band here. We love to play bands here.
Yeah.
What is my life? So we're gonna play a local band called Limbs. They just got signed to Equal Vision Records, and I believe they're coming home from tour in a couple days. So shout out to Tyler and the boys out there. We're gonna play their song Ruin. So this is Limbs with Ruin. We're gonna be back in just a minute. This is Bolts with the Boys, the fourth period.
I
guess it helps if I put the volume.
Yeah.
What's happening, Bolts fans? Thanks for joining us. This is the fourth period with Pappy and Big C. That was a local Tampa band called Limbs with their new song Ruin off their Sleep EP. Go check them out. We got the link in the description below. Give them a like. They're killing it. They're freaking awesome and probably one of my favorite bands in Tampa right now. So, quick shout out actually. Speaking of local Tampa bands, so we're good friends with the boys in Fourth Teller. Shout out Fourth Teller. So Justin actually has a side, like a business. Okay, he's got a side business called Vagrant Coffee Roasters. So they actually put out a post, and I wanted to put it on the show. And while I'm reading it here, I'm gonna go ahead and pull. Go over to Vagrant Coffee Roasters Facebook page. I will post the link in the description after we're done being live. And shout out to Justin Hatton. Man, this is awesome. I know you guys are all big on coffee and everything, and you guys make great coffee on top of that. So, yeah, go help them out. You know, pick up a t-shirt, and let's get this thing off the ground. So, but yeah, so as far as hockey news, I mean, there's
not much yet.
There's not really much going on
there should
right
be
now.
In the next 2 weeks.
Pretty
though,
quiet. It's like the calm before the storm.
It is. I think that first trade's gonna kind of, I think that first trade's gonna kind of like get things going.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting to see what happens towards the end of the week as well. So.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah. So, I guess let's go to our music segment where we talk about bands, where we talk about like probably some of our more favorite things to do. But
yeah, especially on games that we lose.
Yeah, it always makes it better
definitely.
to just talk about some music. So
yeah,
I know we mentioned it before. But we got the boys in Knock Loose, Terror. Who is it? Year of the Knife and Jesus Piece, I believe. They're coming March 3rd. I wish there was a show sooner. I am itching to go to a local show. Can someone just do a house show this weekend or something, please? Like, I am itching to go. What's the matter? Your mic not?
I can't hear.
Try that.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Sorry for the folks at home if I had Big C's mic too far down. My bad. But yeah. So I'm itching to go to a show. I don't know. When's the last time you went to a show, Big C?
I don't think I've been to the show since. Was that the last one? Yeah, that was after Spite and all that. Yeah, so like in December, I think.
Shout out Cody's fiance Deanna for helping him with his memory because apparently he has Alzheimer's.
It's severe Alzheimer's at 23 years old.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think it was like December 5th, I believe. That was the last show.
Yeah, it was
I
my
went to.
birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, it was your birthday. Yeah, that was the last show I went to.
Yeah, because I missed Traders up in Detroit.
Yep.
That's a bummer.
Yep.
That's a bummer. But I'm not going to miss them this time because they're playing with Weeping Wound out in Orlando, I believe, on the 27th.
Yep.
So the day after the deadline. So if
Friday night.
Iserman doesn't make any moves, we'll be nice and pissed off, and we'll come and crowd kill you.
Yeah. There you go.
This is for not giving me Eric Carlson.
Just picture Iserman's face on everyone and Cooper's face on everybody.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you can't really be mad at Cooper.
I'm mad at Cooper because he's playing the players that are trash. But he's played everybody the last 2 games, and they've all been terrible. So I don't know. There's not much he can do. And everyone's, because we've lost 2 games in a row. Everyone's starting their thing on Twitter where they're like, "Oh, the players just look like they're not buying into Cooper anymore." And
Oh, dude, just wait. Just wait. If they lose on Thursday,
Boston takes first place in the division.
there's going to be a 90% chance of fair weather in Tampa. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it gets bad when we're losing.
I mean, I think that's with any team, but you notice it more when it's in your town.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it bothers me though. You know, people leaving early, you know, and stuff like that. Like I get it, you know, maybe 2 minutes to go, you might start walking to the door, watch the screens as
Down
you're
by
walking
4
out.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to leave.
But like, don't leave before the third period starts. Don't leave 2 minutes into the third period. Stay and watch. You know, you never know. I remember I made this mistake at the Joe.
And they came back and won.
I think it was a playoff game too, and they were down pretty bad.
By like 3 or 4 goals.
And we left, and Detroit came back and won.
Yep, that's usually how it goes.
Yep. So, yeah, don't leave early because you never know what might happen.
Yep.
So.
I left. I think I went to like an Orlando City soccer game, and you know how soccer, like once it hits like the 90th minute, like they'll have stoppage time for injuries and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So we left in like the 89th minute. I was with my dad, and it was 2-0 in the 89th minute. We were like, oh, well, whatever. So we like walked out, and you know didn't really hear anything or whatever. And then like we got home, and I checked my phone because my phone had died at the game because I was taking pictures like the whole time. I got home and looked at my phone, and it like finished as a tie. Like they scored 2 goals in those like 2 minutes. Like I was like, are you kidding me?
That's what happens, man. That's what happens. It's when you least expect it.
I was pissed.
So, yeah, lesson learned. Lightning fans, do not leave the game. Yeah.
Another big news. Seattle finally submitted their bid for their NHL team.
That's big news, actually.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I remember there was quite a few names that they wanted to go for.
Kraken.
I want the
Seattle Kraken. That would be awesome. Dude, they could do such great marketing around it, too.
Was that you I was telling, too, that they should just make the stacked, like, super monster aggressive team? Like,
Yeah.
just smash mouth hockey?
Yeah, but then you get the Flyers, and that doesn't work all the time.
No, the Flyers aren't smash mouth.
That's, like, all they're known for.
No, the
'cause they suck.
the Broad Street Bullies and the Legion of Doom were smash mouth hockey.
Well, the Flyers are the closest thing we
What
have
they
right
got now is Gudis, and that's it.
And that's the closest thing we got. So their
Well,
whole team's
Detroit's
all
got
good,
Advocator, but he hasn't really been
No,
doing
but
anything.
Philly's like whole team is like that. They all play like that.
Yeah.
Like they even got Simmons out there laying people out. So
Well, step it up.
yep.
Make some hits.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks too because they're really bad on defense, but they hit people. So it's like
Yeah.
you got to figure out what you want.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so let's see. You got the Kraken. I know I heard the Seattle Emeralds.
I like Kraken, so
Yeah, I like the Kraken too.
it sounds more like fierce kind of.
Yeah, and then they could always go back to the Metropolitans if they wanted to. They're a classic
Yeah.
team. That beat the Canadiens, but actually didn't get the cup that year. I don't know why it was, but yeah, they beat the Canadiens, and we're supposed to, technically get the Stanley Cup. I think the season got cut short or something, so there was no cup.
That sucks.
But they won technically. Yeah, it was
I don't
something really stupid like that. I don't know. But yeah. So yeah, you got the Emerald, Metropolitans, Kraken. I don't know what else they had.
I don't
There's
want
like
anything
3 other
else.
names. Yeah, I want the Kraken. I'm with you. I want the Kraken. That's cool.
Yeah, and then
So-
the color scheme with all the Seattle teams is really cool too. So,
Mhm.
like the blue and green, it'd be pretty cool. It could look like basically like the Seahawks colors.
Yeah.
That'd
That'd be
pretty.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Have it say like Kraken, like you know how the Rangers how they have their diagonal lettering.
Yeah.
Have it say like Kraken on it or something.
They should have like a tentacle coming up.
That
on
would
the
be cool.
shoulder,
Come down
yeah.
the arm or something.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
So, yeah. So what's the next team? If Seattle gets it, what's the next team?
It needs to stop. Then there's too many teams.
What team is gonna move to Quebec?
Your team, everyone's team will never win the cup. The more teams that join the NHL. So, there you go. It's not good for anybody. Yeah, I think they need to stop that.
If Ottawa can't get it together, Quebec's gonna be knocking on their door, going, "Hey, we got the Nordiques. Bring them over here."
Like, if you tell them that they're gonna have a team, the season tickets are already sold out for 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're like, oh.
It's all the people there. Screw the Habs, you know.
Exactly. They switch from Montreal and they'll go to Quebec, especially with how bad Montreal's ran right now.
That's how a lot of Windsor and Western Ontario is.
Mhm.
You know, if they're not Leafs fans or the Leafs suck, some of them become closet Red Wings fans.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So, I think that's really about it for
Yeah, there's not too much going on.
yeah.
I think there will be though, starting because of that first trade. Like I think there'll start being more and more news.
Yeah, for sure. So, music news. I mean, I don't know if there's much going on either.
There's not.
It's really
Not
not
till
until
March 1st.
everything is after the trade deadline. What the heck is up with that, man?
March 1st, we get the Warped Tour lineup.
Really?
Mhm.
That's soon.
That's soon.
Wow.
3 weeks.
Oh, can we talk about how Architects is going on tour but not coming to Tampa? Or can we just talk about shows not coming to Tampa in general?
Maybe they'll all be on Warped Tour.
Like, come on. Like, why would you want to come here when it's like 90 degrees outside? Why wouldn't you want to come here when it's nice out and you can actually, like, you know, I know booking a tour is a lot harder than, you know.
Isn't Florida closing out the tour this year?
Yes.
We're gonna get the best shows.
Yeah, we're going to get some awesome shows. We're going to have all the Caliber TV videos.
Yeah,
so.
they're all gonna be in Florida because
Yeah,
it's the
so
last
get
3
in the
dates.
pit because you will be in a video on YouTube that a lot of people watch.
There's gonna be a lot of. I have a really good feeling there's gonna be a lot of big bands on Warped Tour this year.
Yeah.
They said it's already booked. Like they already have the whole lineup. I can't believe nobody's leaked anything off of it yet.
What bands do you guys want to see on Warped Tour? Leave them in the comments.
Like, are you as shocked as I am that no one's leaked anything yet?
Yeah.
Like, usually this stuff comes out like quick.
There might be some big names.
Like
coming.
they're going out of their way to keep it a secret.
Right.
So.
Well, last year, like the entire list was almost.
It
the
was
entire
out
list.
3 weeks before, so like
Yeah.
around now, it was already out.
Well, let's see. We'll see.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Architects. What the hell, man? Why aren't you guys coming here with counterparts and stick to your guns?
I really hope Architects is on Warped Tour.
I really hope.
They never play Warped Tour.
I want counterparts to come here and play the noise box.
No.
Yes.
That's bad for everybody.
Yes, please.
That sounds like a horrible time.
Yeah, shout out Noisebox. Shout out Noisebox.
Sounds like a lot of people getting hurt.
That sounds like an incredible time.
So what about Attila talking about they want to start their own festival?
Who are they gonna put on it?
They can put anybody they want on it.
I hope it's not a bunch of like. I just hope it's not like a bunch of deathcore bands though, because it's not gonna draw.
No, what it's probably gonna end up being is like a bunch of the ICP people, and
So like.
so I won't go.
Yo,
Yeah.
Corn.
Cause the Gathering of the Juggalos isn't enough. Now they need another festival.
Right.
So
They're hooking
stupid.
up with all the new metal bands.
I kind of wish I was hoping like they would go all out, signing a whole bunch of bands, and then have that be their festival. Would just be all Stay Sick bands.
Yeah.
Like have like Body Snatcher and Spite and.
I don't know how big of a scale they're trying to do this on though.
It
Like,
might be pretty big.
Are they talking self-help? Because like, they're gonna need another big name.
I don't
other
think
than
it's
just
gonna work.
Attila.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to do that.
Because like even a day to remember. I mean, look at last year's lineup. You know, they had Under Oath, they had Wage War, they had Siler, they had Falling in Reverse, they had Silverstein on a couple dates. I mean, we're talking big market bands, you know. So
Yeah, I don't know who they would even get that's big enough.
I can't remember if I Prevail was on it or not, up by us. Because I was in Detroit at the time, so.
I don't think
I don't
so.
know.
I don't think they played it.
Yeah.
That's also why that's unless the Data Remember can put their greed aside, I don't think they're gonna play Warped Tour.
Getting a Twitter war right now.
Uh-oh.
Scuba 200 feet and Pollock 980 going at it head to head 1v1. Shout
Oh.
out to you guys.
Other news: Shaun White got a gold medal today.
Nice.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, I haven't heard that since
He's
08.
pushing 40. Yeah, like he's pushing 40 now. So
Heck yeah! Shout out to Shaun White. I don't really watch snowboarding,
no, it's cool though.
but yeah, no,
That's
it is
pretty
cool
cool.
though. He is snowboarding, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know if he was skiing or something.
no snowboarding.
So that skiing's ridiculous. in the Olympics.
Snowboarding and skiing.
Yeah,
how
man.
fast they have to cut.
Oh my god. People that think skiing's easy, it's
Like,
not.
What if they run into a sign? Like, they're going to get split in half. Like, they'd probably get
Dude,
cut
if you
in half.
run into a sign,
You're splatting. Like, you're splattering.
your nose is going to be facing this way.
Like, there was that one dude, he ran into, like, a flag, like one of the little flag stick things, and it hit him right in the nuts. And at full
it hurts
speed.
so bad.
At full speed.
See, I would be wearing hockey pants and an athletic cup.
Oh, I'm definitely wearing a cup.
Yeah, I'm wearing a cup. You never know. You could catch a tree branch wrong, you could catch something, and it's going to hit you right in the gonads. That shit hurts.
Yeah. The gonads.
So, yeah, shout out Team USA out in Pyongyang. And,
Jesus.
it's late. I'm overtired.
Yeah, me too.
Man. So,
I'm exhausted.
yeah. Hey, quick shout out again to all the local hardcore bands, metalcore bands, alternative bands. All you guys rock. We definitely want to talk to you guys on the show and stuff, talk some hockey, talk some music. So yeah, get a hold of us. I can't think anymore. So with that, we're gonna go to our final thoughts. What are your final thoughts? Your final thoughts.
Help! Yeah, they're.
Cody says call 911 now.
Yeah, I mean, 9-8-1 in the last 18 games isn't very good. So, that's not good. They need to figure something out. Like, they only have 19 points in the last 18 games, which is not good.
You're right. That is not good.
They need to figure that out, especially with Boston so close behind us now.
Yes, the objective beat Boston.
Yeah.
We still got a couple more meetings before the end of the season.
3 more times.
Yeah, dude.
We've only played them once.
With Marchand.
Yeah.
Oh, he got laid out. Was that tonight? Yeah.
No, the Devils game. That wasn't tonight, no. It was the one where he got the assist on the goal, but he still got laid out.
Oh, that was probably Sunday.
Yeah,
they didn't play last night.
Yeah, it was against the Devils. The Devils got screwed bad in that game, dude. There was a puck that never crossed the line, and they gave him a goal. Boston the goal.
Of course they did.
So then Boston was up by 1 the whole game, and then got the empty net at the end.
Boston, you suck.
Yeah, they're getting all the help to push them to this
friggin'
first place.
suck, bud.
And it's like they've told us we're supposed to play softer now so that Boston can pass us in the standings. That's almost what it looks like. It's all right, we need to rig this.
If they get Rick Nash,
that's what I'm saying. They have balls. They're pulling big names and stuff like that. Why can't we do the same thing?
Deanna, that 74 Bronco with the Cummins is freaking sick. Cody's fiance just sent me a really sweet picture. I love trucks, so. But, yeah, my final thoughts. Defense, get it together. I think I've said that probably 10 times out of the last 11 shows, if we've even had 11 shows.
You know what's really frustrating is we were talking about how Vasilevsky needs rest and all that.
Yeah.
But we win that game if Vasilevsky's playing. The defense did not look bad in this game at all. Domingue gave up 2 goals where he came all the way out of the crease and it was right behind him. And
yeah.
That doesn't happen if Vasy's in. So then we lost by a goal. So it's I don't it sucks because we need him to rest, but then we're also but we would have won. It's kind of frustrating.
Well, we could have done what me and you were saying the other night and swapped them.
Had Domingue play last night.
Had Domingue play the Leafs.
Yeah. Because I didn't feel like we were gonna beat the Leafs regardless of who was playing.
Dang, that Twitter war is still going on. I'm getting notifications left and right.
Untag me.
You opened a can of worms, bud.
Untag me.
So those are our final thoughts. So we're gonna end the night here. We got Detroit on Thursday. I'm pretty stoked for that one. We also may have a very special guest on the show. You guys know him as Kyle Pavone from We Came as Romans. So shout out Wecar and Kyle, and we hope to be talking with you on Thursday. And if anyone wants to, be on the show, if you're in a band, if you got a local business or anything, and you're a big hockey fan, give us a shout. Bolts with the Boys, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, man. Send us a message and we'll try to get you on the show here. So we're gonna close the night here. We always play a band to close out the night. We got a new featured band from Northern California. They're an up-and-coming band called Decades In. They are, let's see, they sent me a little infographic here. Let's see what we got going on. So they're a melodic metalcore band for fans of The Ghost Inside, Silverstein, and A Day to Remember. So all bands that me and Big C like. And yeah, so we are Decades In, a 4-piece melodic metalcore outfit from Northern California. They started in January 2016. They just recorded their self-titled EP, Decades in Portland, Oregon, at Rain City Audio. Shout out Rain City Audio. And so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and play these guys. They're pretty sick. Gave them a pretty heavy listen before the game started. So yeah, this is Decades In. We're gonna play their song off their self-titled EP, or LP, I should say, called Buried Under. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'm Pappy. This is Big C, and thanks for tuning in for the 4th period.
This is the story of ones who were true. No compromise, all sacrifice. Accepting the fact they will be there to rise. This is the way.